Welcome to the Football Memo. And I'm here on 100.1 Football Memo with
Oscar Griffin
and John Harmeling.
our phone number to call in is 561-592-5877. So call in if you have any opinions or things you want to talk about. Okay. So do y'all feel like the Panthers will make the playoffs this year?
This year, I personally think that they were so bad last year that I think they will most likely improve with all the additions that they've made, but I still don't think they have a shot at making the playoffs with the level that their entire division is improving also along with them, and so I think they just improve a little bit, but I don't think they have a chance of making the playoffs.
I hate to say this, but I have to disagree with that. The Carolina Panthers in the NFC South, the Saints, I'll go with that first. The Saints have not really made any big notable additions. The Falcons, not really either. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if anything, they've gotten worse by losing Tom Brady. Will the Panthers make the playoffs? I think definitely. The Panthers, with the added Bryce Young, are going to become a lot better because the past 3 or 4 years, all they've needed is a quarterback. And now they have one. Pretty much ever since Cam got injured, we've needed a quarterback. That's pretty much all I have to say. I do think the Panthers will make the playoffs. What's your next question?
So you think that Bryce Young will improve the Carolina Panthers?
Drastically.
Okay. What do you think about that?
I think that Bryce Young will improve the Carolina Panthers eventually, but not immediately, because of lack of experience, and he doesn't have experience playing behind anybody or with anybody who's great to teach him. And his coach is not that great, and so I just don't think that he makes an improvement immediately, but I think later in his career he will.
You have a point with the lack of experience, but the coach, we're adding Frank Wright, former Indianapolis head coach, which might be a big addition. So you might want to watch out for him too, along with Bryce Young.
Yeah. Do you feel like this draft class as a whole was good?
For the Panthers?
Yeah, for the Panthers.
I would say personally they could have done better in some ways, and some ways they did good. I think it was a good decision to do Bryce Young and not C.J. Stroud. But then the rest of their picks, they weren't the biggest names and the greatest players. Although in free agency, I would say they did wonderful, signing Adam Thielen and Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
That's great. I agree with that. The draft class, we've, along with I agree with picking Bryce Young over C.J. Stroud. Bryce Young's much smarter. Even though he's smaller, he's a lot smarter. He's more of a a mobile quarterback, and picking him was definitely the right decision in my eyes. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And the off-season signings were important.
Yeah, we have a caller coming in.
Hey, this is Chris in Atlanta. I'm a Falcons fan, but I observed the Panthers from afar. NFC South rivals, and their defense is always pretty loaded, and they always give us some problems. But offensively, losing DJ Moore, what's your thoughts on that? Like losing DJ Moore and the receivers. You mentioned Adam Thielen, but they didn't really add anybody, I don't think, too crazy in the draft to help out at receivers. So what are your thoughts? Will Bryce Young have any weapons at all?
Well, I gotta say, losing DJ Moore, I was really, really, really sad to hear. DJ Moore was an incredible addition to the Panthers. Great target for quarterbacks, and everyone also loved him, which always awesome. But I don't know if you'd rather trade off DJ Moore and a few draft picks, and get Bryce Young than keep him and just have an average quarterback. What do you think, Oscar?
I think that Adam Thielen was a good replacement for DJ Moore, but not exactly a great replacement. And so I think adding Jonathan Mingo and Adam Thielen both together to DJ Moore, it might help replace DJ Moore, and it might not. I don't know. We'll just have to see this season.
I agree with that, and obviously Jonathan Mingo will be a backup to the big ol' Adam Thielen, who everyone heard from the Vikings. And yeah, you got anything to say, Neil?
Well, that is basically it for 100.1, the football memo, and we'll be back after this weather update.
Goodbye.